Do you find yourself living in a lot of doubt? You worry about the steps you're taking, what you're doing. You would love to have more confidence in your decisions. You'd love to trust yourself more. You feel like you're living in a world where it's hard to trust others, and then you come to realize, gosh, I'm not even sure I can trust myself. Well, let's talk. I'm Michele Thill with Newland Wellness, and today I want to talk about that self-doubt that so many of us live with, especially as we're living in times that are like no other in our lifetime, where there's a lot of uncertainty out there, and you want to feel more certain, and you're even wondering, what does that even look like for me as I'm making decisions, as I'm navigating through my life, especially if you're someone like me who's been through a life transition, a divorce, maybe you've had a loss of a partner, your career pivot. It could even be that you're in that empty nest phase now, and you're trying to figure out that what now. And you might be looking at certain things that have happened in your life, wondering, did I make the right choice? Why didn't I see this coming? Boy, that's a big one, isn't that? Why didn't I see this coming? And we wonder, if I was unsure and now I'm in this situation, how am I going to navigate through these times? Especially if you're now someone who's navigating through these times on your own, where you don't have that partner or support system that would either make the decisions or help in the decision-making process. And what I want to do is help you tap into your inner power, because it's there. Self-trust matters because we tend to want to rely on getting other people's opinions and get their reassurance for what we're looking to do. And they may not be the best in guiding us. So it's like your heart knows. What you need to do is get out of your head and get more into your heart, or even your gut. You know, that gut feeling? And start tapping into that so that it helps you make decisions quicker. It helps you to feel more at peace with what you're doing. It helps you to move forward, even though you might not be certain about what the outcome's going to be. You're just going to move forward knowing that whatever happens is working out for your highest good. And it may not look like what you would want it to, but gosh, it's like, I guarantee you, it always works out for our best if you choose to see it that way. And that's what I'm encouraging you to do, is to take a new view, make a new decision in how you're going to move forward in making decisions. It's realizing that it's not about, you're not going to never make a mistake. And I like to even think that there are no mistakes. I like to take the judgment out of things, because that takes the pressure off of me that I was right or wrong, bad or good, whatever it is, whether it's me or whether it's someone else or whether it's a situation. It helps me to feel more peaceful, to just know what I'm doing is the best that I can in the moment, giving the circumstances that I'm in. And I encourage you and invite you to adopt that as well. So if you feel you're following your heart or following your gut and things don't work out the way you had wanted them to, that's an opportunity. That's a time where you can learn something about yourself. You're stronger, you're more resilient, you're braver. Or maybe you need more skills in something before you jump into. It's a learning of someone else as well too. Something about them or about the situation. So following your heart or following your gut isn't about never making any mistakes if you choose to deem it that way. It is really about taking the action that feels good to you in the moment and just moving forward, because it is a practice when we're learning, if you will, to gain that trust in ourselves. And I have an interesting way that could help you on this journey. You know, as I've shared, we are all energy. And I talk about the heart, I talk about the gut. You know, did you ever have like that gut feeling, right? And maybe we follow it, maybe we don't. And if we don't, we may discover I should have followed it. And that could be also a lesson. If you are moving in a direction where you think you're following your heart or your gut, and it turns out ultimately you were following your head and maybe you weren't even aware of it, that could be the learning lesson if something doesn't go the way you want, where you go, I should have followed my gut. Have you ever said that? Gosh, I have said that. I probably will continue to say that because we're on this journey together where we're human and there is no perfection. And sometimes we get caught up in the moment with something and we think, you know what, I knew better, but I didn't do better, right? I didn't follow it. So I want you to spend some time with a choice you want to make, okay? And choose, make your decision. And when you do make that decision, I want you to feel into your body. I want you to feel into, does it feel constricting? Do you feel kind of tight? Do you feel tense? Do you feel pressured? Do you feel kind of like your energy's draining? Or does that decision feel expansive, where it feels open, where it feels light, where it feels like there's full of possibilities? And even though you may not be certain of what the outcome's going to be, you still feel, I'm going to take this and I'm going to see where it goes. It's like you make that decision more of in wonder. That's expansive. Than in fear. That's constricting. Pay attention, because your body often knows before your mind does. And when you tap into this and you start practicing this, you start building that muscle memory for this, so that instead of going outward for answers, you start turning inward for answers. The answers that are best for you and you alone. And somebody may think you're crazy, somebody may disagree with you on your decision. But if you're really working with feeling into it, you know ultimately it's going to be okay to go in that direction. And you know, you've heard those stories before where somebody says, you know, everybody thought I was crazy and I started my own business and you know, it was slow going and then all of a sudden something happened. And those are the moments that you can tap into with the experiences of other people out there, following the feelings that are for them, that is like a breadcrumb for you to do the same. Feeling into what feels good, what feels light, what feels airy, instead of it feeling like pressure and obligation and no, I really don't want to, but I feel I have to. If you're thinking or saying that, I want you to stop. Notice what you're noticing. Feel into your body. You might even find in feeling into your body, as you've chosen a decision and you're feeling in to see, is it expansive or constrictive? All of a sudden in that pause, something else might pop into your head. That might be just what you needed to hear and just the direction to go in. That's how simple it can be and work. So spend some time with this. You can start small, baby steps. I'm not asking you to take this into a big decision, though it would benefit you to do that, but start with the little things like, what am I going to eat? How will my body feel if I eat this? You know, my mind wants that donut. How will my body feel if I have that donut? Are you going to dread and feel bad while you're eating it, let alone after you've eaten it? As an example. Or who you're going to call. Is that person going to uplift me or drain me? Even, what am I going to do in this next hour? Start small and start feeling in. You know, it might take a few extra minutes to do that, but the more you do it, the faster it comes. And the more you're going to be at peace with your decision. And you're going to stop doubting every single thing that you're thinking of, and you're going to start trusting yourself more, and that's going to build your confidence because that power is within you. I've shared this before. We have more control than we realize and that we're led to believe over our life, over our health. We can tap into that inner power, that higher self with a capital S. And ultimately, in doing so, we bring more peace into our day and into our lives. Just like that. If I resonate with you, if you like it, if I resonate with you and you like what you're hearing, please like and follow and subscribe for more. I'm here for you. And please share my messages with someone who could benefit from this as well. We're on this journey helping ourselves and helping each other one step at a time. And I am here for you. I believe in you. I thank you for spending some time with me. Until next time, be well.